Good morning, America. It is 8 a.m. on July 21st, and we have breaking news. Yesterday, at 10:56 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, history was made.
American astronaut Neil Armstrong was the first man to set foot on the moon, followed by Buzz Aldrin 20 minutes later.
You can see here as the Apollo 11 team lands on the moon, as Neil steps off from the lunar lander
I guess
Eagle.
you're about the only person around that doesn't have TV coverage of the scene. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
With the latest and greatest modern technology, we have been able to create a perfect one-to-one example of what the space shuttle would look like when landing.
Dude, stop. It's upside down. Oh. Oh, how would that even work? Please do not tell me I just heard that thing break. Please do not tell me that thing just broke. That's just...
Open my eyes, I try to see, but I'm blinded by the white line. I can't remember how, I can't remember why I'm lying here tonight, and I can't stand the pain, and I can't make it go. No, I can't stand the pain. How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm fading away. I'm sick of this life, I just want to scream. How could this happen to me?
But how did we get here? For that answer, we brought in a NASA representative. I'm here with Darren Roy.
Hello.
So tell us, how did all this happen?
So on July 16th, astronauts Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Edwin Buzz Aldrin Jr. were hurtled into space aboard a Saturn V rocket. After the rocket's third stage put them on the correct trajectory, the crew of Apollo 11 separated from it and traveled for more than 3 days until they entered lunar orbit. Aldrin and Armstrong then boarded the lunar module Eagle and landed in the Sea of Tranquility. Currently, the pair are conducting experiments and collecting samples of rock for analysis upon their return.
Now that brings us to today, where our historical accomplishment has shaken the world, the Soviet Union in particular.
Until now, the United States and the Soviet Union have been in an intense technological race to be the first to land on the moon. This all started in 1957 when the Soviets launched the first artificial satellite into space, Sputnik 1. In 1961, they also put the first man in space, Yuri Gagarin. The United States countered by seriously beginning our own space program, and since then, both nations have made considerable strides, both technologically and scientifically. This also added to the initial strain of the Cold War. The race for space, and thus technology in general, increased tensions between the two superpowers.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, but stay tuned with Brusty Blord for the weather.
It's all a lie. They've been lying to you the whole time. The moon landing never happened. It's all been a fake. Stay woke!
Looking back at the moon landing, it sparked the beginning of the end of the space race. The USSR's major loss in being beaten to the moon caused their global presence to change. Likewise, after the landing, tension between the United States and the USSR was at an all-time high.
Despite the obvious success of the US over the Soviets, relations actually began to improve afterwards. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, the time seemed right for cooperation rather than competition.
In the end, the lunar landing did more to help the relationships between the two powers than to hurt them. After the Soviet Union dissolved, the remnants of the space program were passed on to Russia. Both Russia and the United States continued to work together in space, most notably in the Shuttle Mir program. Well, we all know what happened with America. But what about Russia? To answer this question, we have here Mr. Vladimir Marks. Hello, Vladimir. Vodka. So tell, how did it feel when the United States beat the USSR to the moon?
Vodka, pierogi.
It was a great disgrace. Being best by our greatest enemy at the time was saddening to all of us. For all of my life, I have hated those filthy American scum. When I saw that we were overtaken by those...
So, how has the increased cooperation of our two countries affected you today?
Pierogi, vodka.
Well, it makes me very happy to see the peaceful cooperation between our two countries. The space programs of our nations have brought the United States and Russia together in a common goal, and hopefully continue to do so. That being said, it still makes me furious to have been beaten by you.
And that's all the time we have with Vladimir.
Another, more unfortunate outcome of the rapid development of space technology is the use of warfare in space and ethical problems that come along with it. From the proposed Strategic Defense Initiative, aka Star Wars, to the use of ICBMs, the idea of space-bound warfare is becoming more and more popular. This presents a large moral dilemma. Should we really take the pestilence of war outside our own planet, inevitably spreading it even farther? We will leave you with this question to ponder.
And finally, ending our segment, we have never before seen footage of the lunar landing. So let's watch.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Oh my god, it's a fake! I was right! No!
Dude, wrong clip, wrong clip.